it's a pain in the butt. You hit your ball in the trees and then you lip out the putt. But if you've got a little time, then come and spend it with us. 'Cause now you're listening to the Rough Cut.
Hello, and welcome down to the Rough Cut Golf Podcast, where you join us in officially the greatest country on the planet. We are coming to you live from Scotland, and specifically Dundonald Links, nestled on the beautiful west coast of this fair isle. How are we all? Are we all good?
Excellent.
Fantastic.
Lovely.
That is wonderful. We have been in Scotland now for just over a week. We have been doing the East Coast at St Andrews, where we have had many a round of golf and merriment. And we have driven over yesterday through the biggest rainstorm I've seen in ages. But now the sun is out. We are on the West Coast. Aaron is looking resplendent in the background outside the lodge. And we're about to have a full week here on the coast as well. So I just want to say thank you for tuning in, to listening to us from wherever you are, and for watching us on YouTube if you are, including visual stimulation as well as audio.
Just like remixed his own like intro.
That was great.
Where?
Yeah, Peter Finch entering the World Beatbox Championships later this year. Long drive and beatbox. I reckon you could do it.
Well, that'd be a mashup of an event, wouldn't
Yeah,
it?
would be great.
That's only your second coffee today, isn't it?
Yeah, the coffees here are relatively strong there, but it's kind of mixed and tinged with a little bit of tiredness. So when the caffeine and the fatigue hit like a little wave, it washes over me and I get a little bit funky in my brain.
A little bit mad.
Yeah.
You said Aaron when we were... Now, I have very limited knowledge of this area of the world because this is my first time to Dundonald. I'm enjoying it thoroughly so far. But we played a late night round of golf last night. Mm-hmm. And Jacob and Kieran were both like, oh, doesn't Aaron look lovely? And I'm like, who the bloody hell's this Aaron? And why is he so attractive? And then it took me 3 or 4 holes to realise they were talking about an island.
Yes. Aaron's fit, mate.
I was like, who the bloody hell is Aaron and how is he so handsome?
It was the 8th tee, wasn't it? The 8th tee like looks over all of Aaron, like best tee shot on the course, I think.
He is very handsome.
Yeah, he looked very good yesterday.
Handsome lad.
Sun was setting behind him. It was beautiful.
Well dressed.
I think I always say the same. If I do die and no one else is around, if you could burn me and take my ashes over there, that'd be good.
Okay.
Just remember
can
that.
be arranged.
So, yeah,
Yeah,
we can do that.
It's now in the record. It's in the record now, isn't it? Yeah.
I've got it on multiple records now. So my final wish is, because I've not bothered to make out a will just yet.
Right.
So it's recorded for prosperity now.
Can I have your new irons?
No, they're actually. I want to be burned like a Viking king of old. So all
With
my,
your weapons
all
with you.
my possessions, all my closely guarded possessions are coming with me.
Your final what's in the bag
Yeah.
that goes with you.
What's in the coffin?
What's in the coffee with Peter Finch? So when
In 10 years' time when we dig you back up. And be
no,
like,
I want a little bit more than that. So like in 2,000 years, when like the future Tony Robinson with Tyne teams around.
Oh, yeah.
And they're like,
wonderful.
and they're digging on the west coast
Great
of Scotland,
reference.
and they're like, "Oh my God, who was this to be buried with such magnificent-looking irons?"
They pull out these itaboris and they think they're some kind of like cooking utensil.
Yeah,
No, they're like some Japanese settlers obviously took over
came over
the
here.
west coast of Scotland.
In 2023, they stormed the island.
yeah. It's like no, just before the great burn of 2064. By the way, mark your calendars.
Yes, it's happening.
You know, it's like all records have been expunged since then. So like they don't actually know what golf is.
Yeah.
Like, what are these patches of land which seem to have been no use for agriculture? What are these pits filled with sand? Are they an ancient religious site? Some
Yeah, they
would
are.
say yes.
Yeah, because you have to bloody pray to get out of them around this place.
Exactly.
There was speak of the last time when we spoke about...
There was speak.
There was speak, I know. There was chat of the last time we spoke about your needing to spread your ashes across Aaron in filling them into a golf ball. And then if we tee you up at the top and then someone can like
Give it a
hit the
smack,
shot
yeah.
and it will like shatter the ball. Like those prank ones.
The
Or
worry,
like a gender reveal.
the worry.
He's dead!
Jesus Christ. What the hell is this?
It's grey. What does that mean? He ain't here no more.
Snuffed it.
My only concern with that will be it'll be a bit Big Lebowski like. You know, you wouldn't want to smash it off and then the wind be into your face. Like,
Straight back into you.
yeah, I wouldn't want that on anybody.
I was going to say something incredibly inappropriate.
Got a bit of peat in my mouth now.
Yeah, that's what I was
Ooh, it's in my lungs.
Yeah, you know, I reckon I would actually taste of coffee though.
Do you reckon?
Yeah, I reckon. This is getting so.
This is
dark.
good. We can blend you. You can make it into a blend.
Yeah, you could have a Peter Finch blended coffee.
Oh, Nescafe special.
Oh wow!
Wow,
One of them pods.
You could sell me throughout the land.
Yeah, the red ones are the red ones are decaf, and the ones that are Peter Finch green are infused
Let's-
with your
let's-
ashes.
I think let's just keep going into this. If you wanted to be a blend, what kind of flavors, what kind of notes do you want to be having in your coffee?
That's a good question.
I really enjoy like a nice smooth coffee. Yeah.
Okay.
A
Yeah.
nice smooth one. So, just like a nice Italian roast would be That'd be fine.
Would you if
a
you
morning roast? kind of
Okay.
thing.
Yeah. So would you be like a dark, hearty roast, or would you be like a light feel?
I think light and smooth more than
Okay.
anything.
Yeah.
I don't. I'm not like a harsh kind of reality. I'm just like a. Ooh,
Mellow.
nice,
Yeah.
nice to wake up. And
Yeah.
nice to be here.
Yeah, like being woken up by the sunrise instead of by your alarm clock. That's
yeah.
you. That's what I feel you're
being
like.
woken up by sunrise rather than the house being on fire. That's
Correct.
what I.
I'd
That's
like
what I
to,
want.
if I was going to be a blend, I'd like to be the house on fire blend.
Yeah, you'd suit that actually.
Yeah,
I can see that.
Yeah.
100%. Get up! that's what I want my coffee to be like.
So moving on from the impending apocalypse and me being very like a Viking king, what has been coming out on our channels recently? What has been blessing the airways of golf YouTube?
Well, we played last night, and Jacob was. I don't want to pop my pee too heavy here, but he was puring
Oh wow, thank you.
his irons after having a lesson from you, Mr. Finch, on the old Swing Quest channel. Talk us through it.
Are you actually just saying this, or were you actually hitting it well?
Yeah, what?
He actually was hitting it quite well. Were you not hitting your irons well?
The thing is that when I do
you
strike
strike
it now,
Kieran's not convinced.
no, when I do strike it now, it is different than what it used to be.
Yeah, your flight is so different.
You're flying it a lot further than what you were. But
Whereas it's now just this sort of bedding in process, and I'm saying this off the back of the couple of weeks of lessons we had, and I've not really, done the full grind, and it's going to take a couple of weeks, month maybe, to really get this implemented in. But I kind of know what I need to be doing now. So one of the big things is what we looked at is, if you haven't watched it on the Swing Quest channel, Pete took me through a lesson using the Hack Motion device, which essentially is a sort of sensor that sits on your wrist, and it can monitor your wrist positions in the swing. And my wrist, essentially at the top of the swing and at impact, was a shower of poo. And
I think
I didn't say that.
Yeah,
by
I'm
the
pretty
way.
sure that was Pete's critique of the swing.
No.
Yeah.
Well,
I'll never say
you
stuff
might
like
not.
that.
You might not have said it, but I'll say it. It's fine.
It would have been much harsher what he actually said, to be completely honest.
exactly.
I've had a listen with Pete, and it was not great.
Either way, we had a look at it, and we've sort of established where my wrist positions need to be, and I need to get it a lot more out of the flexion that it was in and more into an extension. Is that correct, or is it the wrong way around?
That's completely the wrong way around.
Out of a flexion and into an extension.
No, you just said the same thing
Out of
again.
an extension and into a flexion.
There we go.
Yes.
But this is the thing, like whenever I give a lesson, well, certainly I don't give that many one-to-one lessons kind of now, just because of what we're doing, but it is a reminder that these things take time. You can't, even if a single lesson has a really big impact, it takes time to bed these things in. So, I don't just want to hear about these good shots. We need to know about the bad shots. And also, it just takes time. You're going to have to get to the range and have a grind.
Yep.
So,
I fully appreciate that.
So it's light here at like 4:30 in the morning.
Yeah. What are you doing?
I'll meet you out there on the turf.
That's like it's like Roy Kent in Ted Lasso, and when Jamie Tart is like, I just want to be better. Like Zava's really good, and I just want to be better. And he's like, right, I'll see you out there at 4:30 then.
The fact that you're starting to watch Ted Lasso does make me happy, by the way.
Dude,
thank you.
listen,
I do love Ted Lasso.
I'm way ahead of you on Ted Lasso. Way ahead of you.
I've not watched a
He's
single
watched all
episode.
of, he's watched all of it.
Well,
I was there for the final filming of it. I petitioned
in
to
it?
be there. I was in it. Do you not see me? I was an extra.
Were you?
He's got
I
a
was
Ted Lasso T-shirt.
Yeah,
as well.
I was in the crowd.
anyone can buy that nonsense.
No, I got it from Ted.
Really? Handed it over.
I call him Ted, not Jason.
You call him Ted? Yeah.
Teddy.
During my previous career working at the fruit-based retail technology store,
Banana.
Orange. Banana Republic. Orange.
Orange juice.
Orange
actually
stores.
a lot, isn't there, weirdly
Are they
enough?
still going? Yeah. Mango.
Yeah.
None of those are technology. Well, orange
Oh,
technology.
yeah, sorry, you said technology. Yeah, sorry.
I did an internal internship working for the like planning department for all of the internal production stuff at the fruit-based company, and the Ted Lasso finale and the kind of the final season of Ted Lasso was all in production talks, so I got a kind of little bit of an inside track on it, which was wonderful. I haven't admittedly watched the season finale yet, but I'm going to.
Yeah. No spoilers, and just let you know, other sports-based comedy dramas are available. If you
We're not
want to watch
endorsing it.
But yeah, there's nothing quite like Ted Lasso.
Just 1 second before we get onto something else, Kieran. That camera that you've set up over by the TV,
it's gone completely
has
on the
slipped up to the ceiling. So you'll probably want to go and change that. Shall we pause? Just 1 second.
Pause, very quick pause.
And we're back. Well done for fixing that, Kieran. That was, necessary. I didn't want your beautiful faces over there to be obscured by the camera tilting over.
I reckon the ceiling.
Could you imagine a whole episode without seeing our faces, Kieran?
No.
God, just how would people survive?
No.
I don't know. We'd have to redo the podcast word for word, I reckon.
But there might be people out there who are kind of listening who never actually watched any of our stuff.
Yeah, so we should do one where all the camera angles are really dodgy and not focused, and see who notices.
Well, on the podcast, probably not many people, I'd imagine.
There we go. Don't have to worry about it then, do you? I don't know why Kieran took 45 minutes to set up the cameras.
There might be an individual from some African country that only tunes in just for Kieran. They might be devastated.
Potentially, yeah.
I don't think anyone tunes in for Kieran.
Oh,
Wow. Oh, Kieran.
No.
I would say there's a lot of people tuning for you.
I'm
You
sure.
reckon?
I'm sure. When
I hope so.
I'm sure.
Yeah.
Whilst Brooks has been doing well, people have been
Exactly,
intrigued.
yeah.
to see your reaction.
Do you reckon the Live Golf crowd are big Kieran guys?
Oh, I bet they are.
100%,
Big old
100%.
Kieran.
I thought you were going to say that Brooks tunes in for Kieran.
I would love that. I would love that.
This is the
Brooks, if you're watching.
Yeah, this is the only podcast that he will listen to.
Yeah.
He
It
loves
doesn't
it.
strike me as a man that watches a lot of stuff.
Well, he didn't even watch the Masters, did he? Who won it?
Oh, yeah, he
Yeah.
did say that, didn't he?
He did. Yeah,
Speaking of a major, Pete, you did a open qualifying challenge at this very course recently, which has just come out on the Chanel.
Yes, I
Talk
did.
us through it.
Well, actually, open qualifying regional open qualifying is taking place just over yonder, about 400 yards away.
Yeah.
It's a driver and a wedge.
I mean, yeah.
Down
Yeah,
when-
I'd say that. Yeah.
Sure.
Down when you might reach it.
Should we go stand on the
On a links.
Because there's a couple of holes literally just over there, isn't there? We just go.
Yeah, you could look over the fence. Yeah.
Clap and.
I don't want to do that. It'd actually bring back too many bad memories. My PTSD looking over that fence. So it's taking place at Brassey, and then next week final qualifying is here at Dundonald. We did a video here at Dundonald where, well, I won't spoil it, but it was basically if I broke par, I would be playing in qualifying, and I'm going to spoil it. I did break par, so I'm not.
I'm not going to spoil it, but here's a spoiler.
So here's the
It's
spoiler.
already out.
You're recording a
It's already-
if you
podcast
ain't
right
watched
now.
it.
Yeah, it's already out. So if you've not watched it, then shame on you. But you can still go watch it anyway.
Or pause, watch, and thanks for coming back.
Yeah, thanks. I appreciate
Good
that.
video, right? You
Yeah,
liked it?
amazing, incredible.
Can I just say, Jacob, that was an exceptional edit.
Oh, thank you.
Really, really, really good.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, I'm not sure I would have put it in his top 10 though.
It was very good.
Do you think?
More impressed in my mind by the detail and the meticulous nature of the graphic work on that production.
Yeah, that was what was good for me.
Excellent.
Are you saying that his graphic work and he's not that meticulous normal?
No,
very
he is,
shoddy.
he is, but that one was particularly good.
You love doing the graphics.
I
don't
do
you?
like-
You
that's like my
that's your
favourite.
It
favourite
looks
thing.
like a TV production.
See, this is why I have a blanket policy of not like praising videos too much.
That is actually really true.
Because like I don't want to go to someone and be like, oh my god, that's an incredible video, when I know the fact that you guys just keep improving all the time. So
Yeah.
the videos that we produce in a year are going to be so much better than the videos that we're producing now, and the videos we're producing now are so much better than the videos we're producing last year.
Yeah, I do really like when you see comments on the videos. So thank you so much for all the nice things you say about the work that. I mean, of course, Pete plays some good golf, and the video concepts are cool and the scripts are cool. But I really love seeing when people say, "Oh, your production team is the best in the game," or these videos keep getting better. That stuff makes me feel real good. So.
I'll tell you one thing. I don't think anyone else will enjoy it, but I'd love to do a podcast episode where Pete runs me through my top 10 edits. I'd love to.
Yeah, that'd be good. Yeah.
On your birthday, yeah. You would do a Jacob special where he just runs through your edits.
Very intrigued to know what you think's my best one.
I've got a list.
Oh, okay.
Have you actually?
I've got a good list and a naughty list. Yeah.
night golf.
Yeah, so I don't want to.
Thing is, it doesn't tell you about it. Then that's the worst thing. You
No.
Yeah, you
No,
never know if you've done a good job or not.
That's the thing.
Keeps you guessing.
Which is
That's the thing. I'll always like if I see something which is really cool, new, I'll be like, that's good.
To be fair, that is true. When I have done a couple of edits and I get a message and you actually say like the words, even like good edit, I know it's a good edit.
Yeah. And then like if there's something,
If there's nothing, then it's
that's the problem. If there's something which isn't quite right, it'll just be like, oh, I'm just not sure about that. You know, it's always about just keeping it nice and level. Not too many highs, not too many lows, just a gradual incline of improvement till we hit that 1 million subscribers, get a yacht, sail away. Off into the sunset.
Do a Truman Show.
Do you reckon we're getting a yacht at 1 million subscribers?
I hope so.
Bloody hell.
I mean, it won't be a big
Why
yacht.
are we doing this if we're not?
It won't be a big yacht.
A little dinghy.
Toy one.
Yeah. It might be a misspelt yacht. Might be like a yogurt or something by the end of it. Like a Muller corner or something like that. Other yogurts are available, by the way. So yeah, we're not doing open qualifying, to cut a long story short. But we have still been playing some decent golf this year.
You were quite frustrating to watch in that round because
it's all coming out now.
Yeah, here we go. Yeah, your edits are rubbish.
I think me and Kieran can both agree that going into that round, and even for yourself, like I felt quite positive that you would do pretty well. You'd been playing well beforehand, and you finished 4 over with one hole that messed you up essentially. I mean, it's this golf in a nutshell, isn't it? You take that away, then you're fine. But that's not how it works.
The rest of the round was like really, really
you played
good.
great. You had lots of birdie looks on the back nine. I think if you rolled a couple more of them in, it could have got a bit more interesting towards the back. Because I think you just lost a little bit of momentum and kind of saw that it was slipping away. So that kind of fell to the wayside a bit. But
I think it also didn't help that a drone got flown into a tree.
Do you know what? That might have been
Why
a
would you
turning
bring
point.
it up? Why would you bring that up?
Who was it who flew the drone into the tree?
That was me.
Well done, sir.
Yeah, so I think that was part of it because I think
Was
you
that
needed to
during
make
the
it
round?
momentum.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh,
So it was
wow.
going up to the green.
It was between basically the driver off the 15th, 14th and the second shot.
Yeah.
So that's why in the video, the second shot is some bootleg clip of David filming it on his phone.
Yeah, because we're up a tree.
We're halfway up a tree trying to get the drone out.
Yeah.
Do you know how you get like rain delays in golf? It was like a drone delay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it just completely threw him off my momentum.
Yeah,
I was there. I was poised to make birdie after birdie after birdie, and what do we hear?
That's actually really... Do you know what?
The sound will live me forever.
That is a really good reenactment.
The more
of what-
frustrating thing is that it wasn't recording, was it, the drone? So there was no
It was a bit.
Oh, there's not even
annoying,
any
I
crash
wanted to
footage.
show the crash
It
footage.
just flew in there for the sake of it.
Yeah, it was a bit annoying. It was a bit.
What's the next thing that's coming out on the channel?
So it will be out. It's already.
It's out?
Yeah, it's already out now. At Carya, trying to scratch golf a video, trying to break. See what I can shoot off the back tees at a 7,300 yard tour venue.
Yeah. Piney.
Yes.
Very piney.
Like talk about a contrast of courses that we've been playing. So it was at Carya in Turkey, which is beautiful place, pristine fairways, pristine greens, pine trees, rising to 70 to 80 feet on either side of every single fairway. And contrast that to the links that we're playing at the moment, which have no trees at all. And
thick gorse.
And rough and just raw, just
Burnt out.
I know we referenced this before, but if someone just came in to watch our channel over the last month, you'd think you'd like not be in England for 1 week at a time.
We haven't.
And we're in Portugal, and now we're in Turkey. Oh, we're back in Scotland.
Honestly, like the most confusing thing really is because of the way we record his stuff. Like, there's always a bit of a stagger. So, like our
It looks like we're flying.
yeah, exactly.
We're flying back and forth every week.
Well, because like what we've had. I mean, last video has been like Scotland. The one before that was Turkey.
Yeah.
The next video out is going to be Turkey.
Yeah.
Video after that is going to be Scotland.
Yeah, the two before that were Portugal.
Yeah. So, and then we've still got one from Italy that's going to be coming out in August.
Oh,
Wow,
God, yeah.
Which
yeah.
was then
Forgot
filmed.
about
And
that.
we've got a Scotland one from the last time we were here coming out in about 3 weeks.
Yeah. Honestly, trying to keep up with all this stuff is absolutely.
Though obviously it is a lot of making sure we know what's going on. It is nice to be that. I remember when I first joined about 3.5 years ago, and we were going video to video every, you film, you edit, and the next one for Thursday, we need to film and edit it. And it was just, it's so nice to have it in the bank.
So even like last year when we were doing comps, like at least it was easy because like you filmed the comp, played in it, and that was the next video you edited.
Yeah.
And it was like nice and easy. You know, where are we going this week? Oh, we're going to Hurlston Hall. Okay. So an hour away, get that done. Boom, bash, fantastic.
Yeah.
And then like looking through the diary at the moment is it's pretty intense. But it's taking us to some amazing places, and we're getting some really cool videos done. I mean, because what have we got so far? So, what was the first video we filmed up
Jubilee.
here? Jubilee.
You played with
Alex.
18-year-old St Andrews club champion, the youngest club champion in history.
Yeah.
Alex North.
Boy,
And he
oh
was-
boy, oh boy.
He was
That is quite something, isn't it?
that's
Really,
incredible.
If you deep it, as Kieran would say.
If you really deep it,
If you deep it,
Literally the worst thing ever. Why? I don't understand. Where have you got
bring
that
the
from?
full-
what they're saying.
Yeah.
If you like take a minute and actually like think about,
if you get a
if
bit
you actually like think about something like how mad it is. Like for example, when last week when it was the US Open, there was 66,000 rounds of major golf, and there has been 162. And then
Mr. Grace.
Mr. Brandon Grace at Birkdale. And then on the Thursday of this US Open, there was 2 in half an hour.
Finished in half an hour. Yeah.
Which actually, if you
Is-
deep it,
yeah.
is
If you deep it,
mental.
fam.
You know what I mean? Like,
You just deep it.
yeah,
you just
if
deep
you
it,
deep
Pete.
it. Like, I'm not someone to deep something, but if you actually, if you actually do deep something, like it's mental.
I don't deep things regularly.
No,
but
but if you do deep it, like it's mental.
All right, I might.
You're on board now.
It
Am
was
I-
funny the other day because off that post you tweeted, and I think you even tweeted off Pete's account like, "Oh, if
Yeah, I
you
did,
deep
yeah,
it,
yeah.
this is quite mad." And I was like, "Well, that's
Yeah,
definitely
yeah.
Pete not
Yeah,
tweeting
yeah.
that."
I got quite a lot. It got a lot of interaction that as well.
Yeah, people saying, "What are you talking about?
Who the bloody
They
hell's
were
running your
like,
socials?
You are not a 12-year-old grown man. Why are you talking like that?" So what Mig was trying to say is that if you think about this in a deep and careful manner,
Yeah, if you deep
you
it.
will
You're basically
appreciate.
saying if you deep it.
You will appreciate the fact that being the youngest ever club champion in St Andrews history is quite the achievement.
Yeah, definitely, 100%. Yeah.
Yeah. And we played against him on the Jubilee course. So, to be honest, I was a bit... So, at the moment, St Andrews is absolutely rammed. There are
Yeah, it was
thousands of golfers in that town. And to actually get on the old course at the moment is a little bit of a struggle. So, we weren't able to play there. We actually got a tee time at the Jubilee. So, the Jubilee is a course which is next to the old course. It's next to the new course. There's also the Eden course. There's so many courses
course.
at St
Castle
Andrews.
course.
And I'm just talking like in the little
that
section.
area.
in
In
that
that little
yeah.
bit.
Strathclyde
Yeah,
or something.
Strathclyde.
You can hit from one to the other. That's how close they are. Yeah.
And the Jubilee course was actually like a really nice surprise. I actually really enjoyed it. I thought the layout of it was fantastic. I thought it was in brilliant condition, and it was a really good setting for that match, which will be coming out soon. And honestly, the standard of golf in that video
Very
throughout was very, very good.
From both of you. to
Yeah,
be
you know,
honest.
like normally within these videos, there's always a bit of a. There's always times when the golf's a bit dodge, but actually this match was consistently really, really good. 18 holer, so make sure you stay tuned for that. We had, like you were saying, we had a match up at the Duke's course as well.
Oh my god! Yeah.
Very, very difficult golf course.
You played with Matty Fry.
Yeah, and at Crail. So those are part of the Record Breakers series. I don't actually think the first video's come out yet.
No,
it hasn't.
it'll
But
be
hey,
out.
we've got a new series
Monday
where
coming.
where Pete and Matt are trying to break records as a
Newsflash.
scramble.
I think it's the third. I think it's coming.
The third. So that's going to be coming out soon. Again, like really cool videos. Crail was fantastic.
Yeah, it was awesome. Yeah.
I don't think that. So Crail is like a is it 2 courses?
Yeah, so it's Balcomie Links and the Craighead.
Yeah, have you played that before?
I played
Not
there
on the channel.
No, I played like as a junior. I played that.
Right, okay.
And
Yeah,
it
'cause
was we had to come off after like 10 holes. It was too windy.
Oh, because I don't think I've ever had, apart from the like tiny spots of rain, such a still day.
In the
As that.
in the morning we teed off at 7:30. It was so still.
It was
Yeah.
for the Scottish coast. Like I've heard
yeah.
all about links golf on the Scottish coast and about how windy it is and how.
you went down to the green on the what's the par 3 that's down the hill? Is that like 15 or 14? Or something?
14.
Yeah.
So when you went down, Pete was saying that when you last played there, you hit driver.
Oh yeah, drive 100,
Into the wind.
Yeah,
Yeah,
It was
130
130 yards.
Yeah, you were
Was that
hitting
windy?
pitching wedge, weren't you?
Yeah,
This
yeah.
one.
So
Yeah.
I hit pitch wedge this time, and I'm pretty sure I was short as well with that drive.
So in context, we did get it on a beautifully
Yeah.
still day.
Yeah, it was amazing.
I think
Great
with
course, great course.
I think with links courses and I mean east and west coast of Scotland, if you manage to get like a nice still morning or a nice still evening, like they're incredible. And it's also just a different contrast. Like you play it in the day and it might be blowing and then blowing a different direction, but if you catch it in a calm day, it's just epic. It's just beautiful.
Even like front and back nine, you could get different, like an entirely different situation, couldn't you? Like it could be like our front nine was a tiny bit rainy, and then by the time we were finishing up, it was glorious sunshine. So
Yeah.
No, it was obviously for us, it was the first time we'd been there. And it just also just opens the fact of like how many good golf courses there are.
Yeah,
Like-
next door you've got King's Barnes that's there. You've got
King's Barnes.
Fairmont, which is down there. Like it's just
Yeah.
that whole coast is just.
And the castle course, which
Oh, yeah, and the
we
castle-
had
yeah,
the,
which is
we
the
had the pleasure of
castle.
playing as well.
Yeah.
You had such a good segue there. I thought you were literally setting yourself up for a segue into the castle course.
I wasn't, but I should have. I didn't think about that. Sorry.
I thought you were setting yourself up for a segue into Jesse Town.
No, Jesse Town. Yeah.
And Jesse
Jesse,
has
yeah.
played all of them. When Pete played against Alex North on the Jubilee, we were kind of like just mooching around beforehand, and someone recognised Pete, a guy called Jesse, who was he from
Milwaukee.
Yeah, Milwaukee.
Milwaukee? No.
That's where he was living.
Yes, correct. Yes. And he said, "Oh, would it be okay if I came and walked with you?" And we were like, "Sure, cool." And he's almost definitely going to be in the video, so that's cool. If you ever see us and you want to come and walk the
Honestly.
course, yeah, you want to be a feature of the video, come and join us.
Yeah, I think Jesse's going to be quite a big part of that video. Like,
It's so
one
funny.
of the funniest moments ever. But we won't spoil any of that.
that's good.
Stay tuned for that.
The castle course. Talk us through it. What happened?
So we had we all played the castle course, got some nice kind of social content filmed. We were all a little bit delicate after a slightly heavy night out in St Andrews the evening before.
with the Fryer team.
Yeah,
with
with
the Matt Fryer
us and Team Fryer, Team Finch and Team Fryer hitting the town.
Was there any beer left at the Dunvegan by the time we were done?
I'm not sure. I've got to be completely honest with you. I remember 30% of that night.
That's great.
Before we move on, actually, to go maybe just bringing up the Dunvegan, do you remember getting your picture taken?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. I remember getting behind the bar. I do remember that. So in the Dunvegan in St Andrews, one of the best things about it and one of the reasons why so many people go in there is the walls are plastered with pictures of the greats of the game, and like celebrities who just love golf. And hopefully me and Matt Fryer are going to be a couple of idiots who are going up on the
Tiger
wall.
Woods, Ernie Els, DJ Singh, Peter Finch, Matt Pryor.
That would be fantastic. Yeah, the Dunvegan is quite the place.
Yeah, it's very good.
So yeah, we're in there. I mean, the best. I would say Mia Baker is kind of staying here. She's with Adidas this
Over there
week doing
somewhere,
like
yeah.
a shoot with a few other people as well. Hopefully, get a video filmed. And I was trying to explain this to her, and I was trying to explain it in a way which doesn't make me kind of sound like really vain or really egotistical or anything like that. But when we went out, like in St Andrews, like on a night out, really, really cool. It was just people kept coming up to us and just saying hello, like how you like the videos. And it was weird being in a town where like, what was it, like that line from Cheers where everybody knows your name or whatever it is?
Yeah.
It's the theme tune,
It's
isn't
the
it?
theme
It
tune,
is,
yeah. And it was like that. Like you could just go out, just chat to anybody. It was
Yeah.
great.
You felt like Dr. Fraser Crane, did you?
Well, I mean, I'm not like I don't really enjoy social situations and chatting to strangers.
We know.
But like because everyone like was coming up and like watching the videos and like was chatting about things that we'd done, it was great because it felt like we knew everybody.
We also gained a new subscriber. Oh gosh, we haven't told you this yet. We kept this a secret from you from the entire time. Okay. Breaking news. Don't look at me, look at them. All right.
Why? You're talking.
Right.
You're rude not to look at you.
Was it the Friday? Thursday.
Thursday.
Right,
yeah.
we arrived on Thursday. Dropped the bags off at the Airbnb, got settled in, picked our rooms. Spectacular. Pete's staying at the hotel just down the road.
Bear in mind, our Airbnb is like the most central place.
Yeah, it's
Unbelievable.
Yeah, I was staying at the Old Course Hotel, which was incredible, but I was actually a little bit jealous. This Airbnb was
If
great.
you
right
know
in-
St Andrews and where
right
the
in the
Greyfriars
action.
pub is,
Yes.
the road opposite.
Yeah,
you're
it was
literally on
great.
that road.
God knows how much that would have gone for the
Open
150
week.
Open.
Thousands.
I think tens of thousands, I reckon.
Okay,
Honestly.
so we drop off the bags. We think, right, we've not meeting Pete till 4. What are we going to do for the next 4 hours? Straight to the Dunvegan, right? Right. We go in. I'll tell you what we'll do. We'll just have a Coke, or we'll just sit and chill. I just want to go.
You hadn't been.
I'd never been there
You-
before,
you
so
hadn't
we just
been.
went in.
So we
wanted
wanted
to
to
soak up the atmosphere a little bit. We know we're filming later, so we don't want to go too mad. We go in there. We get chatting to. Was his name Edward?
Yep.
Yeah,
Edward, the very cool American bartender behind the bar at the Dunvegan.
Mm-hmm.
We sit down. I had a water with ice. These two reprobates had a pint right before we went to
Before
film
we went to film.
at the Jubilee.
Right, okay.
Right?
I remember that.
Yep. Edward goes, "Oh, what are you guys here doing?" We were like, "Oh yeah, we were actually part of a team that runs we help run a YouTube channel. Our boss is staying down there. We're going to film at 4:00." He's like, "Oh, you've got loads of time then." These two have another pint.
No, right. Interrupt.
Hold on.
Interrupt.
I've not got to the story
You
yet.
had 2 pints.
Interrupt. So we went.
What do you mean?
We went on the pretense of we're going to have 1 pint because that's what we wanted to have a drink.
Yeah.
And we did. Once we started speaking to Edward and we started talking to him, and he was like, "Oh, what do you do?" Blah blah blah. And he
'Cause
got
we were
interested in
sat
what we're
at the
doing.
bar.
He then started to take our pints off the thing we didn't even ask for it, and
Yeah,
started to
yeah.
refill them.
Yep.
That is
He did.
correct.
Heaven,
He did.
heaven forbid a barman do his job.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but
yeah,
we
yeah.
didn't order or even well, we also didn't
We-
charge
we-
us for it.
we also
either.
didn't- He also didn't charge us for it.
Right,
Edward
so-
was such a cool guy.
So 2 down, right? 2 pints down.
Yeah.
I don't want to drink beer because I'm going to film. I'm going to work. I'm still on my working hours.
Yeah.
I don't want to have a beer. However, there is a very nice IPA that looks nice on the bar. So, Edward, can I have a little taste of that? Pours me a half pint taster. Lovely. Thanks, Ed. That goes down a treat. These two get another top up. By the time we got to you at the Jubilee, these two were, I was half a pint deep. These two were 3 pints deep at the Jubilee.
Were we free?
You
While
had
we were filming.
3 pints.
We were not free. It was not free.
You also
pints.
had another top up of your half.
Yeah, it was 2.5 pints. It was 2.5 pints.
So you had 3 pints, you had a pint.
I
So I,
did mine come in a pint glass?
I
No.
was down there shaking hands, kissing babies.
Oh my God! Can we?
Suttoning babies' heads.
and getting prepped up.
I
was doing I got roped into do a presentation for a school
Oh my
golf
God!
competition, giving out a little mini claret jug, putting jackets
I
on
need
the
to-
winners.
I'm gonna play the
And
clip here.
Whilst I was doing that, you guys were getting smashed in the dunny before we went to film a video.
They were. That's what I'm saying. Don't look at me because they're the ones who were. And I'd just driven 5 hours with these two dingbats in the back of the whip. I was tired. And then I filmed the 18 holes and you walked around a golf course with Jesse and had a great old time.
Ran around.
3 pints
I
deep.
ran around. Thank you very much. And I got on the greens and I was doing all the social content.
Yeah, we'll see how much of your videos make it into the edit. You joker.
I will remember this.
Oh, dear.
I had literally forgot. Oh, and Jesse says during the video, you say something to him about, something about filming, oh, maybe we were running from one ball to the other. And Jesse says, oh, you guys have a lot of work on your hands or whatever. And then he goes, it probably doesn't help that you've been in the pub. And you didn't hear him. But he literally said it as we were walking down the fairway.
That's absolutely disgraceful. I'm not going to lie.
If we did catch it on film, I'll stick it in. But
Oh, dear.
that's so funny.
That's shocking. That's shocking. And also, snitches get stitches, by the way.
He was involved in it as well.
I was partly the ringleader because I was like, listen, we've got time, and I also want to go in there because
Exactly,
I didn't
yeah,
go in
yeah.
there the last time. The only time I've been to St Andrews before, I didn't get to go in, so I really wanted to go in, and I didn't really want to, drink too much, but it was a good time. The
And
video's going to be great.
we had another guy come up to us and recognised, I think more so saw Kieran and came over and said hello. And
Yeah.
do you work for Peter Finch?
Yeah, that was lovely.
Big live guy.
Big lip.
Thanks
name
for
was-
repping us on the podcast.
His name was Brooks something. I can't remember who he was. Oh yes, and then we played the castle course later on that weekend.
We did. We've had a good time. It was very good fun. St Andrews is literally, if you're a golfer, like St Andrews is literally the place to go. I
don't know if you kind of get this vibe as well. It just doesn't feel like it's a place that people live.
No.
It just feels like it's like a
Lot of
golf
students.
hub.
lot of students, a lot of tourists.
It's just a golf theme park.
Like no one lives there. It's just golfers stay there and then leave.
Yeah. It's great. I love it. It's perfect. It's an absolutely perfect place. I'll be moving there.
Would you rather buy the yacht or the flat in the centre of St Andrews?
The flat in St Andrews, yeah, definitely, 100%.
The one that we stayed in.
It's not even.
Oh,
It was
lovely
gorgeous.
that.
It was a lovely Airbnb. Thank you very much, Peter. Finn.
If we could get a flat in St Andrews, or obviously a house in St Andrews,
well, yeah.
Yeah.
house in St Andrews
On the front?
house over here. No, not in the front. Like just a little bit removed from the front.
Just a little bit.
10-minute walk into the town.
Where we were then.
Well, that's more like a 2-minute walk.
Okay.
I'm talking
30
about
seconds.
slightly on the
Bit
outside,
further out.
slightly bigger houses,
What was
like
the- what was-
detached, nice stone built, bit of a garden, get a peace room in the background. But
I've not thought
That's
about
all
it
you
too
planned
much.
out.
I'm
What's
fantasized
the name of the place that you guys ended up on the night out?
The
The
Vic.
Vic.
The Vic there. Not within earshot of the Vic. That's the
No,
plan.
stay away from the Vic.
We could
far
see the
from
Vic
that.
from our windows.
Yeah, it was-
Stay away from
It
the
was a
Vic.
close one.
Bad things happen in the Vic.
That would be great. And then somewhere here, and then somewhere in the whereabouts would you be in the US? Pinehurst, somewhere like that.
No, probably Jupiter.
Yeah, down in Florrie.
Where literally everyone else
Yeah.
is.
Yeah,
why not?
So we'll go East Coast, St Andrews, over here at Dundonald West Coast. Go. Well, we'll have to get a flat, down in London, obviously as well. Be the meaty people that we are. Then get over to Jupiter. Then probably something in Arizona for the winter. Obviously, another place in Dubai for that as well. So in other words,
somewhere on the Algarve coast.
Oh yeah, definitely in Algarve. Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe up near Comporta actually.
Comporta,
That was
I was
quite
about to
nice.
say Comporta.
Yeah. So I can get into Lisbon in an hour. But all
Not thought about it at all.
all of this could happen, once we start getting up to that million.
Yeah,
kind of
so like and
subscriber
subscribe
amount.
right
so
now.
So make sure you like and subscribe
Because we want a yacht and we want lots of houses.
But I don't think any of this will happen if staff keep getting
When we stop the liquid lunches.
drunk on the job. Like, this isn't 1970s Fleet Street, all right?
Do you know what's worse actually is that we put it on your tab as well.
Well, that's not a surprise.
And then the next day when you went in, they were like, the 9 pints that lot had in the dunny last night.
Absolute disgrace.
They're all on your card. No, it was great because on the way out, I think Kieran paid, and he only charged us for like 2 pints or something.
Yeah.
So Edward, legend.
Absolute shocker. I'm going to be having a word with Edward.
His name wasn't Edward. It
Well,
was.
he's now a subscriber. So
He's a subby. Yeah,
I'm having
he's-
a word with Edward, and then you know what? I'm all right because I know your mum and dad are going to be watching this as well, and they're going to be
Listen,
messaging you boys.
Tess would have been in there with us.
She
No,
would've, she would've.
Tess will be like looking at this thinking. Tess is Kieran's mum, by the way. She'll be looking at this thinking, I can't believe my son's just done that. And
she won't. Tess is a legend.
Jacob's mum and dad are teachers.
that's a big
Like,
one.
he
Actually,
He didn't
to
drink
be
and
fair.
drive.
Like,
He drank and held a camera.
The cane will be coming out when Jacob gets back up.
Disciplinarians,
They're quite old.
I'm sorry,
old
mother.
school.
I made a mistake. I will not do it again.
Old school. Not cyborgs.
Yeah, they are. Jacob's a cyborg. Speaking of laser focus and cyborg-like golf swings, Jacob had a very close call on a hole-in-one at the castle course.
You lippied.
Yeah, we
Lipped
think
out.
we lipped, yeah.
Kieran's, you've got the clip, so if we can
Yeah, we'll stick the
we'll
clip
stick
in,
the
yeah.
clip in.
Yep.
Talk us through where were we? What hole? What was the feel? What was the wind? Talk us through it.
St Andrews Castle Course. It was the third hole, I believe.
It was early, wasn't it?
Yeah,
Very
early
early.
on.
Yep.
Third hole. I was playing 177, slightly into wind. Wind was coming off the right. Going to the right as well. I think I was final guy up. I think everyone else had hit.
I think so.
Yep.
Hit 6 iron. Just thought into wind a little bit. Sort of my 175, 180 club now. I'm an absolute ball striker.
Piercing flights.
Love that.
Man's got flights.
And just set it off. There's a bunker on the left. I just thought it was quite a nice sort of gap between pin on the right, bunker. Just thought, slap bang down the middle of that. Just let it fade off the wind.
Mate, what's a strike?
Trapped it
It's
beautifully.
like going the hole.
Are you jet2.com?
Yes, I am.
Because you got flights.
I would like to say that no other airlines are available.
And yeah, as soon as I've hit it, I've known it's going to be the good club. It's going to be a good distance. And there was sort of Kieran from behind the camera. If you when you played the clip, if it's an hour before, if you play the audio on it, goes, "Oh, that's a strike!" or something like that. And it looked great. Like it was just feeding in off the wind.
Yeah,
it was sort of the perfect. I think you guys had just hit your shots before, and it was sort of similar thing, but they just went over the back. And I even dropped a little bit of a club twirl in there as well, which it just looked great. And there was that sort of pause in time where you know what's about to happen. This could be coming up any minute now. It might actually drop in the hole. And I think I'd sort of kind of about in a half a second prepared what I might do if it actually rolls into the hole. And that club was coming out my hands and going quite far into the air.
Up in the air. But like lips out, hits the back of the lip, and
the unfortunate thing is it doesn't go in the hole, and the story is essentially irrelevant. But it would have been such a nice. We were saying about this before, like with you guys there on the course that it was on,
Filming
filming it. The shot was good. Like I didn't like thin one in or anything like that. Like the whole picture and everything that was going on, it would have made for the perfect hole in one.
Yeah, it's like what conditions do you want for your hole in one?
Yeah.
You want your mates there. You want the sun just going down in the background.
Yeah.
You want someone
to be filmed.
someone to catch it on video.
Course,
You want to hit the shot perfectly. Like
everything was just on. I'll tell you what, we are. I don't know what is going on at the minute, but I think every round of golf for the last maybe 4 or 5 rounds, someone has been close. Whether it's you, whether it's me, whether it's someone you're playing against.
There's been a few recently, haven't there?
There's been a lot of close ones. So who knows? Maybe next week's podcast we can be talking about someone's actual hole in one from this week.
Going to do a Kieran, right? Something special.
Something special. Let's be honest. You're basically due a hole in one on the 11th.
This is true.
So,
should we just go out and hit it a lot of times?
Peppering pins. You are right. I've been peppering pins.
You've been right close to some stuff recently.
Yeah. Well, this is it. This is the week that will happen. We all managed to the 17th hole in the Castle course as well. Is the signature hole, 180 yards over a massive ravine.
God, I'm stressing about it
The
now.
ocean is sitting there below, ready to gobble up any loose golf balls. And when we got to the tee, we'd managed to catch a few groups up. It was a bit slow, so when we were teeing off, there were 2 other groups behind us.
watching.
So
And
an 8
2
ball,
groups of
thankfully.
4.
Yeah.
All of them with an individual caddy. So there ends up being about 16, 17 people.
Some Americans who come over splashing the cash. All these caddies are looking and like, oh God. Wind into off the left, ocean ravine right. And
it's long as well. It's like
180.
183 or something,
And all four of us managed to hit the green, which is pretty impressive.
Yeah. And all make par.
Yeah. I mean,
we did.
Like Mick's arse was twitching, but honestly, it was.
You had the largest exhale before you hit your golf ball. We all started sniggering because we just heard this. I'm going to do about this.
Honestly, like the amount of nerves that were attempted to be breathed out there, you could see them. They formed a physical
I felt
mass.
nervous for you.
Do you know what it was? It was a combination of lots of people watching, which is additional pressure. We'd been waiting.
Yeah.
So we'd been waiting on the group in front because they were taking their time. And then, the people watching. Then the shot like itself is daunting anyway. Yeah. And I played the entire round with the same ball.
Yeah.
And you're about to play the 17th over a ravine at 183.
You teed off last as well.
And I went last.
And
I went last. And everyone else had already hit the green. And I was like, I cannot be the only one in this group who doesn't hit the flaming green.
The fact you tried to wimp out of it as well. Does it still count that I'm playing with the same ball if I change my ball on this hole? No, it does not.
Oh, yeah. I contemplated it. I was like, do I just just pull out that? What did I find? Like a Dunlop. I just hit that.
D-fly or something.
Yeah, probably wouldn't have made it. They wouldn't have made it
Honestly,
anyway.
it was that bad of a ball. Like if you'd hit it into the ravine, like the ocean would have rejected it.
Yeah, it'd been like,
thrown it back,
don't fancy
up.
Yeah, but it was one of the better strikes of the day from me, so I was happy. I was very, very happy, and we all ended up almost all in the same little spot, didn't we?
Yeah,
it was very strange.
It was like a diamond sort of thing, wasn't it? Yeah.
And we parred out, walked off, high fives.
Yeah, you and Jacob won the match on that.
Oh, we did win the match. Yes,
yeah.
Jacobo.
Yeah, boy.
Yeah, you're talking about it was like one of the best strikes of the day. Don't give us that.
One of my best of the day.
Mick lied about his handicap.
What are you talking about?
Me and Kieran got done over that day.
We did get done over.
We got absolutely
that was
done
probably
over.
my own fault because I was sort of I put the like the slope on as well. So like Mick got like 5 shots, Jacob got like 4 like extra shots on top of.
Yeah, I got 3 extra than what I would
3
have.
extra than what you would normally have. So like
Did I end up playing
That-
off like 19 or
Yeah,
something?
19.
But then
yeah.
you got 2 more, so it works the same way.
Yeah,
But even Pete
yeah.
got shots.
Yeah.
it's too short. No, I did not playing on my own. I was carrying Kieran on my. It was like a scene at Hacksaw Ridge. I was like,
Just one more.
just like trying to stretch out this match, just haggard, just like stumbling all over the course, still hung over, carrying Kieran on my back.
Yeah, but you're talking like we beat you. It took us to 17.
Yeah, I know. Exactly.
it did.
That's how hard it was. Like you had like I think we can all say maybe the first 3 worst holes in golf history, and then
Yeah, topped it off the first, topped it off the second.
like it was a bit it wasn't great. But then all of a sudden after 4 holes you found your inner Ben Hogan, so like absolutely striping it. Like I think you literally played that middle section, maybe a few bad holes, but if you take out you like a couple of doubles, you probably played that like 4 or 5 over.
Yeah.
It was
Yeah, it was
unreal.
pretty good. And we birdied the same. Didn't we birdie the same hole?
Yeah. Well, the thing is, like,
I got a birdie. That was amazing.
and then when you like started realizing what you were doing about 14, started fatting it again. Then Jacob all of a sudden discovered his game.
Yeah.
He pulled out his driver.
Jacob had been hitting 3-wood all day because he's like, my driver's not behaving, and then he's like, right, I'll tell you what, this is a long one. It was like a 550 or whatever. He was like, I'll just hit driver, whack, straight down the middle.
Absolutely
Huge.
smoked it.
He was like, it was almost as if he hit it and then looked at it like,
What? Don't do that
what the
normally.
hell is that?
Oh,
It shocked you as well, as much as me as well. It was
shocked
like,
shocked
I couldn't believe
everybody.
it.
Yeah,
Shocked
it was amazing.
everybody.
But
Yeah,
we did exactly what you'd want to do in a sort of a 2-team element where one person is peaking maybe when the other is not doing as well, and
Yeah.
then it switches over.
Yeah, we just had like, I had a run of holes, you had a run of holes, and Kieran just didn't have any runs of holes.
I had
You had a few.
1 hole and then off for 4.
Yeah.
It's just erratic, wasn't
Yeah,
it? It's just
100%.
erratic.
Yeah.
It's not the kind of course where you could hit like wild tee shots either.
No.
Just like the rough was thick.
Did you finish level in the end?
In the end, yeah.
Wow.
Very good.
Which, considering how I felt,
Yeah,
was
it's very
Yeah,
good.
for someone who, I think you hit 1 shot on the range as well. You hit one, you were like, that'll do.
When he was going up the steps, just like,
honestly.
We saw you, right?
We saw
I think
him.
you pulled 7-iron or something from the bag. You were like, I'm not going to the range. You went and got a coffee, and we saw you pull it out the bag and like walk up the steps, like you know, it was. We looked at each other. We were like, I pointed. I was like, look at that. Kieran goes, oh, it's gonna be a long day.
so funny.
That level par might go down as the greatest sporting achievement in our life.
It was quite something, I
It
must
was
admit.
incredible.
It was a fight against adversity. There's a Netflix kind of documentary about the guy who summited the 12 highest.
Oh,
yeah.
14 peaks.
14 peaks,
Yeah,
like
or 12
14
peaks or something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like there's a certain amount of peaks over like the 10,000.
Yeah,
foot.
and he did it in like 6 months.
Yeah, like it was an unbelievable feat. Like that is what I'm putting my round at the castle course up against.
Is it going to be a documentary?
He's just climbing Everest, then the next day climbing K2, and then
So the next
Pete part the
Netflix
third.
Yeah.
the next Netflix documentary is going to be about me surviving at the
There's
castle
got to be
course.
some good names in there with castle in there. Like
Yep.
storming the castle.
Battle on the battlements.
peaking.
Anything else?
Oh, it's got to be like a synonym in it. Whatever it is. What's it called?
What do you mean?
Conquering castle.
Alliteration.
Like alliteration. That's it.
Yeah. We'll put a pin in that. We'll come back to it.
Helping Pete home.
That macaroni pie didn't help.
Oh my God, the macaroni pie.
I don't understand. I just don't get it.
Let's not be too harsh on the castle course's macaroni pie. We might have just had one that was been in the hot cupboard all day.
No. You know what?
Have you ever seen one of those phones, by the way, before?
What phones?
On the
yes, I have.
8th?
Yeah.
Was it on the 8th?
Who are you talking about?
was
Yeah,
amazing.
I thought you were looking out the window like
Yeah,
that.
to put everyone in context, there's a phone on it's on the 9th tee. It's
Yeah.
on
The tee of the night.
the tee in the 9th of the castle course where you can like phone up the halfway hut and put your order in. And it was the end of the day, so it didn't have much left. And one of the things they had left was a macaroni pie. Now,
It was
if
going to
you're-
go in a bin, though, wasn't it?
If you're unsure, it deserved to be. If you're unsure about what a macaroni pie is,
It's literally that.
it is literally that. It is a pie casing with macaroni cheese in the middle of it. Now, if you think that sounds disgusting, you are correct. Because I'm not like...
No, I'm not having it.
I am not criticising the castle course's macaroni pie. I am criticising all pies that have macaroni cheese in there.
Are you not? You're not a fan of the concept either? Because
No.
I love it.
I thought it was delicious.
I thought I don't think it was that nice.
You must have no taste buds.
What?
Like, you
Listen,
must be dead inside your mouth if you think that's nice.
You've got to think about when that was freshly made and the cheese was still a bit liquidy.
Yeah.
That would have been
Yeah, it would have been
incredible.
nice. And a bit of tomato sauce.
What it needed was a bit of ketchup.
Nah, I'm not. I am absolutely not having it.
Bit of sauce on it.
If the thing that you need to put on it to complete it is something which gives it a completely different taste, that is not a good pie. Whoever thought of the macaroni cheese pie is an absolute fiend. They deserve to be found.
Do you reckon it was like an Italian Yorkshireman?
Is there a,
Or something like that. Yeah, should we close that
close
window?
that window. I think they're doing a bit of cutting on that green, aren't they?
Oh yeah.
Have
I
a
was
lean over.
hacking it up on that green yesterday. So
God, it's all getting on today, isn't it?
it's all kicking off. I don't think that the macaroni pie itself is abhorrent. I think that maybe, like you said, it was the end of the day. We had a couple of sausage rolls, we had a scotch, we had a steak and black pudding, right? And they slightly misunderstood our order, so they gave us the macaroni pie for free anyway.
No, I think they
It was
should.
a free pie.
You couldn't,
It should be free.
Yeah, you couldn't pay me to eat one of those again.
Wow, it was lovely. I
It's
thought it
like,
was lovely.
it's like you're saying like it was just a bad macaroni pie. It's like if there's no good version of a poo pizza, is there? Like, there's not going to be a good one with that. Oh God,
That's a really weird analogy.
it's like that poo pizza wasn't very nice. But maybe if they made another poo pizza, it'd be good. No,
Yeah,
I'm gonna go out.
macaroni pies are
I'm
equivalent
gonna
to
go.
poo pizzas.
Gonna go out on the limb and say this has been the weirdest podcast.
No, I love it.
That's great.
We were talking about
Nice.
ashes and now we're on poo pizza.
I'm all for it. I think I'm a fan of the concept of a macaroni pie.
They're sanding the green behind you,
they're
Jacob.
happening.
They're top dressing. So
Oh, wow.
At Dundonald, they have their final open qualifying this week, and they're just top dressing the greens a little bit, just to put a bit of sand on top. I think there's a bit of rain forecast, so we should wash it in a little bit more. You went out last night and played the greens. Greens are very
Yeah, they're
full
really
on,
good.
isn't
Yeah,
it?
yeah,
They were
just-
really
they're just-
nice.
Yeah, they're very compact at the moment.
were quite
They're
full,
lovely,
yeah.
but they're just. Yeah, never seen anything like it.
Yeah,
But they're
didn't hit many of them. So
Yeah. So anyway, macaroni pies, absolute disgrace.
the next morning after the castle course, and I think when we got back, we were just all very tired, so we all went to bed quite early. It was driving day on Sunday, but me and Kieran woke up exceptionally early. We're the early risers of that. You can get up early if you need to.
Yeah, I wasn't. I was dead that night.
Yeah, you were. Yeah,
He had a 12-hour sleep.
yeah.
Oh, yeah, no, 10 hours.
10 hours.
10 hours
is it?
of
Was it
sleep.
10?
With that is literally my 2-day sleep
Now
pattern.
you're talking my language.
Yeah. And I have very rarely fallen asleep and woken up in exactly the same position. Like, I'm talking, I slept like a dead person. I might have.
And we're back round to PB and dead.
It's gone full circle.
honestly. So I'm really gutted because I've only just managed to charge my Whoop up, and I would have loved to have seen the data for that night. 'Cause
Like the REM and the deep sleep.
I honestly think it might have tried to wake me up because you are teetering very close to the abyss.
Yeah, they were like, not sure about this one.
Like your REM is 100% right now.
We want to keep collecting those subscription fees. We can't do that if he snuffs it.
Yeah. Honestly, I was close. I've very rarely done that. It was incredible.
And then you text us at about 10ish when you woke up, about 10:30 maybe, and you said, "Oh, it's a lovely morning. Would anyone like to go and walk the old course on a Sunday?" And we said, "That would be a lovely idea, Peter. Of course, we'll come and walk the old course with you if we hadn't already done it 3 hours ago."
Yeah.
Thanks for the invite, by the way.
Well, you wouldn't have seen it.
But if you'd have called me, it would have woken me up, and I would have had 7 hours, which would have been more than enough.
But by the sounds of it, you didn't need it. You needed it.
Listen, I need a lot more sleep than I get anyway. But to be able to walk, so the old course on a Sunday is open to walk on, so you don't play golf on a Sunday there. And it's like one of the most unique things that potentially the most famous golf course in the world. You can just wander around.
You can
it.
you can air golf your way around it on a Sunday, which is what we were doing.
Yeah, I shot 3 under actually. It was very good.
Yeah.
Kieran shot 5 under.
I was. It was a good day.
It was
It was a good day.
It was rolling.
We got
really
around in
pure.
about an hour and a half as well. So we just,
I actually think
speed golf.
I actually think Kieran could shoot on the part of the old course because all you have to do is miss left.
Yeah.
Like he could just swing
I
his
think,
heart out.
I think I could.
Talking of like air golf, have you seen? I think on Eric's podcast, he speaks about a guy that he's genuinely played with who plays without clubs and seriously takes
He
it.
plays without a ball.
Is it without a ball?
Yeah, he plays without a ball. He gets his clubs out. He like tees up nothing,
and then hits it.
like
and then,
waggles, like picks his line, and then like. And some of them he doesn't
Yeah,
hit
it doesn't do-
perfect.
like,
He's like,
bit toey.
he's like, a bit off to the right that one.
Are you being serious?
Yeah, 100%.
he hits his bit out of the heel.
Oh yeah, compress that one nicely. Takes a divot.
He could walk up to the green 2 foot away and tap it in. But he's like, I'll go in the trees. I'm like, oh god,
Oh my god,
you have
that's
to chip it
brilliant.
out.
But it's all about like the mental game of golf, and there's something that Pete has spoken about like quite recently about how the mental game is so important and something that all of us have to kind of make sure that we're on top of as much as possible. And this guy was saying, look, I just want to enjoy the walk and the feeling of playing golf, but I also don't want to lose a load of golf balls. So
Right.
Yeah, that is just mental.
it's like a spiritual experience.
That's not the mental game.
But it brings
That's
us
just mental.
but it brings us back to the old course because it turns it into a kind of meditative, spiritual experience. Walking that course is you start to see the kind of what you've seen on TV,
The ghosts.
Yeah, a little bit. You start to see the kind of the history of the course in the bunkers. I recently read Tommy's Honor, so I'm kind of like deep in the game right now.
So deep in it.
I love it. And you
mean you're deeping it or you're deeping it?
if you
No,
really
no,
deep
no.
it, that course is special.
Yeah, 100%. Like, because you think that like,
This is why proper English is important.
yeah. But no,
Yeah.
like the amount of people that have played that course, like literally the greats of the game have played that course. So to walk it on a Sunday was pretty special. We went into what was it, 12, where Rory holed out his bunker shot. We went on there.
Amazing.
We were there. We were trying to find the pin. We got the video up of it. Like we were having a bit of an argument of like where the pin was. I thought it was way back. You think it was there? I was like, but
Yeah,
yeah,
it
no,
was
it was
great.
it was good fun. Really, really cool.
Do you know the other thing about St Andrews in general is that I don't think we walked past a single person without saying hi, good morning. Like everyone was so friendly.
Yeah.
It's such a like strange, like coming from.
It's a
I come
happy
from
place to be, isn't
I'm
it?
from
So-
London, right? You walk past someone, if you make eye contact, like, oh great, I'm getting shanked, right?
And that's not a golf shank, by the way.
Oh, yeah, sorry.
If you're unsure
Gosh.
of this and listening in
Yeah.
the States, a shank
Yeah.
is
Like a shiv.
Again, probably quite, no,
Or-
might be more an American thing.
Yeah, or like a juking stick.
Stab.
Yeah, getting stabbed. But St Andrews was so friendly. Everyone we spoke, when we walked around the course, there were like dog walkers, there were people out working on the course, the guys who were doing the greens and stuff. Everyone says hi, everyone says hello. Oh, what you just like, when we were on that green with Rory, the greenskeeper came over and was like, oh, you remember that famous shot that Rory hit out of that bunker?
yeah,
Like
he
it
did,
was great, loved it.
I just want to put a little kind of asterisk on this. Anyone who wants to visit London, please say hello to other people.
Yeah, be nice to people.
You most likely won't get snapped.
Yeah.
just want to put it out there. But yeah,
London's great. It's
yeah,
just
London-
it's a little unfriendly at times.
London's great. But I think St Andrews is better. So.
Yeah, it was so friendly. It was so nice. I
Yeah,
loved
it was good. Walking over the Swilcan bridge as well. Like it was pretty special.
The fact about the Swilcan is
Yeah.
that I walked on it the last time I was there. I walked on it when those additional paving slabs
When they
were in
built
place.
the patio.
Oh, the patio.
Yeah.
And that,
So it was the one day that it was open, that Sunday with the patio, and I crossed it on that
Yeah.
Sunday.
Did you get a picture?
Yeah, my picture
Amazing.
is me, bridge, and patio.
You actually have a little bit of slice of history.
I do, don't I?
Yeah.
It's
the,
amazing.
the grass around it is still like not
Still bedding in.
Yeah, not-
bedded in,
not
and
great.
it looks a bit weird. But
It's probably not recovered from the shame.
yeah,
Like it knows what it's had to replace.
Whose idea was that? Do you reckon?
It probably it looked fine in planning.
Yeah, yeah,
And that's absolutely fine.
Yeah.
But it just didn't work. In all fairness, they reacted very quickly to it.
they did.
You can
they
tell what
did.
they're trying to do though. They're trying it was clearly like just getting eroded by the amount of people.
Oh, you can see the amount of people who are over there.
We were on the Saturday when we walked up past the 18th. We turned around to watch people's tee shots coming in on the last hole, and there's a queue of about 30
it was
people.
miles back.
Yeah.
Once the group hits, loads of people just go and queue up and get a picture on the bridge. And there's marshals like, get off the flaming course. Like, these guys are literally playing. There's people playing down the first, and there's people playing down 18, and there's 30 people waiting to get a picture on the bridge. You can tell why. They're like, the bridge clearly was just getting ruined. So they tried to do something to maintain its integrity, but I think they maybe made the slightly wrong
Usually
choice.
they go for like they'll put an artist's impression out. So they just show people and then there'll be uproar. Do you remember when Leeds United brought out their badge from about 3 years ago? And it was just like a guy with his arm across his chest. Do you remember that?
No.
Do you not remember?
I don't remember
They
that,
put
no.
out a thing to their fans of like, this is going to be our new badge next year. And it was shocking.
And
It was
everyone- and
absolutely
everyone was
terrible.
like, "Don't
and there
do
was
that."
absolute uproar. And obviously then they got rid of it and kept the one they've got now. Whereas St Andrews just went all in. They put the patio down, ready for the
Yeah, but what you don't-
deck chairs. And
What you don't know is that the planning permission for that patio had been on display for the last 2 years underneath the R&A clubhouse, and you had to make a specific request through the council to go and see it and
there's
vote
one
on
of those
it.
like plastic posters stuck to a lamppost.
Yeah,
nearby.
yeah. And that, we told you. Told you it was coming.
yeah.
Well, not really.
Kind of.
Anyway, we've
That
moved
bridge?
we've moved on from patio game.
Bit rubbish.
But I'm glad you got a picture of it. That's cool.
Yeah, it's pretty incredible. Pretty cool. What's been happening in the world of not YouTube golf and not us?
Some men and women have been winning money and golf tournaments.
Tournaments.
Cool.
There you go. No, what was it? Keegan Bradley won the Travellers.
Yeah, Travellers, yeah.
So he definitely has won a nice wad of cash, given it as an elevated event.
3.6 million.
That'll do. His
I'll take
last
it.
win was at the Zozo, so it's
take
nice
it.
for him to be back in the winner's circle again.
He's won a lot of times on the PJ Tour now, hasn't he?
Yeah, well, he's
Major champion.
He's always been there. He's
Yeah.
just like, it's just come, very sort of, not even, I wouldn't even say inconsistent. He's just sort of like,
he's kind of like a good journeyman pro.
Great
yeah.
ball striker.
Yeah. Like been around a lot. I think he switched up his putter now because obviously he used a belly putter.
That saber-tooth one.
Yeah,
Do
when
you
he literally he didn't switch to a belly putter because he was struggling. He just started with it. Like he's always used a belly
Yep.
putter.
It's a weird choice, isn't it? Straight out of the gate.
And then when that was banned, like he struggled a bit. Now he's got a bit of an arm lock kind of thing going on. So,
He's got that. Is it the jailbird or whatever? It's the same one that Ricky Fowler's got.
Bro, Odyssey have sold out. Did you see the Odyssey's tweet?
So
They
they
do another
bought
run,
it
yeah.
out. Yeah, they
Did
did
you
a pre-order sale of it. And
Did you see
it's-
their tweet that they put out? It's one of their employees wearing his his workman's apron. He sat on a bench
Was he
with his
sat-
head in
yeah.
his hands, and he's like trying to deal with the pre-orders for the Odyssey. Yeah, bloody hell.
What Ricky's won?
Yeah,
Ricky
the one
and
that everyone's
Wyndham
winning with.
Clark's one.
yeah.
Everyone who's won in the last 3 tournaments
saw
has
the,
been using that part.
I saw the sketch of it, which was
Yeah,
quite
yeah,
cool.
yeah.
I think he just made it up within like half an hour. It was crazy, but
That'll do the job.
yeah, just on a little piece of paper, and it says like Callaway on it, and it was upside down. The paper, like I know that doesn't make sense, but like the Callaway logo was upside down.
Yeah.
and it's just
Yeah,
like
that'll win a major.
that win a major.
You can picture him sort of just ripping it out of a notebook and just a quick
yeah,
scruffle
yeah,
and
yeah, like he's just done it.
goes on to win some
Yeah,
golf
yeah, yeah.
tournaments.
Love
Yeah.
that.
Yeah, it looks really cool.
No, it was incredibly high scoring event. How many 60s we had and 61s
Yeah.
and 62s, and
Wow.
I know Rory's spoken out about the tournament and said that it's probably a course that might not stand. It's one of these that will not stand the test
Yeah.
of time with technology and the way that things are moving with distance and
Yeah.
how soft the conditions were, how easy it was to score.
I mean, it is so it's a par 70 there now.
Yeah.
And it is the place where Jim Furyk shot his 58.
Yes. Yeah.
Wow.
So it's like it is a course which they do have a tendency to rip apart.
Yeah, like TPC Highlands or something.
Yeah,
isn't
River
it?
Highlands.
River Highlands, yeah.
And to be honest, it is a bit of a. It's fine.
Yeah.
It's one. It's
of a meh.
fine.
Yeah.
It's fine to look
It's
at.
a bit meh.
But this is an argument that you can have about a lot of PGA Tour courses that a lot of them are all right.
Yeah, I think this one more so out of any that we've really had this year has kind of really stood out as one that has just been ripped apart by the players. Like it's just almost to the sense they didn't even need to. They just knew they were going to go shoot 5-6.
Was the winning score like 17 or 18?
No, it was
on?
minus 23.
23.
And to be honest, I think we didn't watch the end of it because we were watching the ladies. But
He was at 26.
Yeah, he
He
kind
had
of
a bit of a scuffle.
took his foot off the gas a touch.
No way.
But that was definitely the more the LPGA was definitely the more interesting.
Yes.
Yeah.
And obviously a major championship as well.
Yeah.
Baltusrol. That's a golf course.
Where's that in?
PGA Championship.
Baltusrol.
Where's that?
We haven't-
New Jersey.
New Jersey.
Yeah, it took us a while to work out where New Jersey was, to be completely honest with you. But
Very nice clubhouse game.
It's in America.
Very good
it's in the
clubhouse.
US of A.
Yeah, so the women's PGA Championship, the women's PGA Championship, it was quite a stacked leaderboard actually.
Yeah,
So
it was nice.
Very tight.
It was a very interesting finish, and oh dear, me and Kieran kind of watched the end of it last night, and we were rooting for Stephanie Meadow right up until the last, but Ruoning Yin actually managed to win, and she held a fantastic birdie putt on the last
Yeah, that was
to
great.
put her one ahead, and then the only player who could catch her at that point was Stephanie Meadow from Northern Ireland. She ripped a drive down the last, had about 250 in.
Yeah, 250.
And she just tried to absolutely steamroll this fairway wood, like flat, thin topped it, like across the fairway, skimmed over the water
Skimmed the
hazard,
water.
like jumped over the other side. And at that point, and there's no
You
other
just
way.
you burst out. She topped it. She just laughed out.
It was one of those things where it was a thing where she had to make an eagle to force a playoff, so she
Yeah.
had to give this shot everything
she had to go
could.
for it.
Yeah.
And like it was just like a fraction out, but I was just like on the edge of my seat waiting. I was like, oh no, no, not now, not now.
The worst time. And it's like, it's not even as if it's round 1 or 2 when there is an opportunity to come recover for it. It's literally like,
Yeah.
You have one shot to kind of get yourself as close as possible to get yourself in contention, and then
Yeah, it's not nice to see. That's not the right way of saying it, but it is good every now and again when tour pros like they
Crumble a little. Not
Makes-
crumble, but like
they just have a bad shot.
Yeah.
reveal their humanity.
Yeah, just it makes them a lot more
The pressure
human.
was quite a lot for us. So,
Yeah, it's
you know.
part of why people love, Tyrrell and people who, and John Rahm when he gets angry, you're like, oh, I get angry as well when it doesn't work. Yeah.
Oh, God, was it Justin Thomas who like flat top one at the Open at St Andrews off the last?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think he flat top one off there. It happens. Like
I mean, if there was any hole in golf to do it, it's probably that one. To be fair, it's
Well,
going to
did it
still
go in the
roll.
wa- did it walk over the-
No, it was fine.
He
but-
managed to clear it.
Oh, right,
Yeah.
oh.
But it's just like it does happen to the very best players in the world, and oh god. But I mean, that's the course I would love to go play. I'd look to lead. I think it's just gone through a renovation as well, so it does look good.
Yeah,
It looked really good on the TV, didn't it? Lots of hazards.
Yeah, lots of hazard, but the winner as well, like star in the making, isn't she?
Yeah, I mean,
20 years old.
to be honest, like the ladies' game at the moment, there are so many
just like
solid
dominated by
players.
young female guys. Like there's so
Yeah.
like also how good was Rose Zhang as well?
Oh,
like
so good.
first
Yeah.
major top 10. Like
Yeah, she's going to be on there.
She said in her interview, she was like, I'm just happy to be here. Top 10 is incredible for
Yeah.
your first turnout. Like,
Yeah.
amazing.
I'll take it.
yeah,
I'm sure you will.
She was like, I'll take that. Yeah, thanks very much.
We'll kind of root for Leona Maguire at the start of the day. She fell away, but she did win last week, so
Yeah,
it's
she
kind of to back up another, to go back to back with wins, and one of them being a major, and I forgot to breathe before I started.
Yeah, no, she won and then
The
was
sentence.
leading every round. So like she just was mentally probably just a little
Yeah,
bit
yeah.
drained, to be honest.
Just a bad round.
Just-
It happens.
It happens
Yeah.
to the best of us.
Yeah.
We also fired out just before this a kind of quick Q&A. Just an ask around. Might as well finish off with that.
well, we've also got to finish up.
Oh yeah, my God! I completely
what,
forgot we got
what
the new
time
season.
are we on?
Yeah,
Oh
yeah.
wow,
We're going long.
Chat a lot.
We're 111 now. We'll do some Q&A, and then we've
Yeah.
got guest a player
all right.
season 2.
Season 2. Yeah.
We'll make it
the
an hour
main-
half jobby. Why not?
The guest a player major.
Yeah. So the one that I really liked was Rory, Tiger, and Jack. You got a caddy for one, you got to play with one, and you got a drink with one. Who are you choosing?
Who is this question from, by the way? You can't
This is
just-
Callum Time on Callum_time on Twitter.
Can't just
so thank you very much.
steal these questions and
No,
like,
no,
not
no.
give a shout out.
Yeah, thanks for that question, Kieran, and not Callum.
Yeah.
I think I'd-
thanks, Kieran.
I
Appreciate
think I
that.
know what I'd do.
Yeah, I think I know what I'd do as well.
Talk to me.
I would drink with Jack.
Oh,
I think he's got some. Well, they'll all have stories.
What
but
you
I
having?
think whiskey.
yeah, I thought you would.
Yeah, have a whiskey. I'm playing with Tiger and I'm caddying for Rory because I mean I could probably do a better job than Harry Diamond. So
Wow.
that was really weird in there.
How did you do that?
Maybe you should do that as a kid.
Vocal
Yeah, I
fry.
know.
You should do that as a kid.
Love a vocal fry.
What about you? What did you say?
You're looking at me or me?
You. I'm looking.
I
dead in your eyes.
I don't know you.
He looks dead in the eyes. Are you dead again? This is the third time you've died on this podcast.
It's happening a lot. I think I would. You got to play with Tiger. Have to play with Tiger.
I think so. Yeah.
I think. Yeah. To be honest, I wouldn't go for a drink with Rory because he's not a big boozer, is he?
No.
So. I don't know. Can I like pick a time and a place? Because
You can pick a time and place.
So like, can I go drinking with Tiger when I'm single?
Right. Okay.
Oh my god!
And also in his like single era as well.
In his
Yeah,
era.
yeah.
Right. Okay.
Just imagine the stories I'd be telling right now
Do
on
you
this
not-
pod if that was the case.
Do you not want to play with Tiger? Would you not?
Well, no, it's a very difficult kind of choice, isn't it? Like,
Well, it's very-
there's no right answer.
No, there isn't.
So if you're going to drink with Tiger, then who are you going to play with?
I'd probably play with, just to mix up, I'll play with Jack.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll play with Jack. And then caddy for Rory.
Is he still? Oh, is he still knocking out 18s, Jack?
I don't know. Has he got 18 holes in him?
No, I don't
How,
think
how
so.
old is he now? Do you reckon?
He's in his 80s now.
Yeah.
He's not Gary Player.
Oh god,
He's
Who-
knocking
who
out
is?
36 holes a day.
bro, he was so fun at the Masters. Did you see him
Yeah.
in the par 3? He just loves it. He just like goes around chatting up the fans.
Just character in it.
Yeah, he was great. I think mine was. I didn't know that Rory wasn't a big drinker, but I would drink with Rory post Ryder Cup victory.
Okay, yeah, respect
Yeah,
that.
he'd definitely get involved in that.
Yeah, he would definitely be on it then.
I feel no, but I could see you two sitting down for a nice coffee.
Yeah, I could have a.
Yeah, it doesn't have to
With
be
Rory.
alcoholic.
Yeah.
Me and Rosa, I could do that.
Yeah, doesn't have to
Play-
be alcoholic.
Play with Tiger.
Yeah, we're being very sumptuous that we're going for a drink as alcoholic, aren't we?
Yeah, you two. Doesn't have to be alcoholic.
Hey, I had Guinness Zero.
Who else were you saying?
Play with Tiger. Caddy for Jack. I just want the stories. I want to walk around and to get him to tell me things about his life in golf. And
And you might make it round 18 if you carry his
can I
bag.
play with Tiger in his prime though? I don't want Tiger.
Oh, yeah,
like
Tiger is
Tiger
prime,
2000 and
Oh,
Tiger
yeah.
2000
Yeah, that kind of 2000, 2001. Actually, or maybe like,
or 2019.
or maybe 1997 Tiger when he's like fresh.
Oh, wow,
fresh
right.
And he's
Tiger.
fresh and he's just
Okay.
cocky as hell and he just murders everyone. It's great.
Very good. Well,
Good question, Callum. Great question.
Yeah, very good question, Callum. Now, this one is the quest for 80. If you could only play one hole of golf for the rest of your life, which hole would it be and why?
Ooh, wow.
One hole of golf.
One, you can only play one hole, and that you have to play it like over and over.
Seems quite extreme.
That's tough. That.
That's tough.
Now, do you play like a really iconic hole because you're like, you know, this has got rich history, or do you play a really diverse hole, which is like a long par 5 with
Yeah.
loads of options?
Like for me, I
I'm
think
going
it's.
for a par 3.
Well, I was
A
thinking.
par
Definitely.
3.
Yeah.
You'd never hit a
Really?
driver again then.
No. I don't anyway.
Best club in your bag.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
It gives me the best chance of making a hole in one on that hole.
Yeah.
If I play it over and over again.
Yeah, that's
So
very true.
like, I don't know.
I play that 17th at Castle Course over the
Oh,
over the
Oh,
ravine.
right, I was going to say 17th at St Andrews because I don't think you'll ever play it the same. I think that
Yeah.
every single time it'll be different.
Yeah.
That's what I'm going for.
Yeah, I'd probably go to the 18th, St Andrews.
Yeah.
Yeah, we stood behind the 17th at St Andrews and watched people smash it into the hotel.
Yeah.
It's a bit
Yeah.
boring though, isn't it? Just straight.
Yeah,
No,
that's
it's
the
not
only.
straight, mate. It's got a bit of a duck to it.
18th.
18th.
The
mate.
18th.
But,
Yeah.
I mean, the 18th, as far as a golf hole goes,
I mean, to
is.
stand on a tee and look up, it is a
Listen.
quite good sight. Yeah.
Would
How many
you
t-
ever get bored of walking down that?
Yeah, fair enough.
I
Over
was
the
gonna
bridge
say,
every
at
time.
what point do you walk over the bridge without thinking about what you're doing? You're like, oh, it's just a bridge.
Just imagine walking over that every single day.
You don't get to play it every day. You can only play it. You can only play that hole, but it doesn't mean you're getting on the list.
If I've only got one hole to play every day, I'm playing it every day.
I'm playing it.
If we're coming up with these random scenarios,
I'm
Ridiculous
playing it 18 times.
Right. Last one. This is from Instagram. Robert Brady 177.
Great name.
Share your importance on the gym when working towards becoming an elite golfer.
Oh, I'll sit this one out.
Yeah, because none of us are elite golfers apart from. Well, I don't know if Pete's elite.
Like
Are you elite?
in this game,
You're the best out of
definitely
us.
not.
basically what he's saying is that like, in this day and age, what is like how important actually is it the gym?
Well,
Do you have to go to the gym?
well, think about this. Ask Matt Fitzpatrick if the gym is important.
He's not here.
But what I'm saying is, he was very, very good, but lacked distance, added distance, and from going to the gym, and saw a massive benefit to it.
I mean, a lot of the work he was doing, he did use a lot of kind of like speed stick training. I won't mention the brand, or the brands are available of weighted sticks. But also, yes, he was going to the gym. But listen, there's not a single elite golfer out there right now who doesn't use the gym. The words, when sport reaches a certain level, everybody's looking for advantages.
Yeah.
And working out, being fitter, doesn't specifically mean that you're going to be able to hit the ball further. Like, I am pretty sure that, you know, John Daly in his pomp is going to be like one of the longest on tour. I'm pretty sure that Rory, with his kind of pre-gym body, slightly podgy McIlroy swing, would still be absolutely bombing it out there. But what fitness allows you to do is maintain those levels for a lot longer.
Right, okay.
It allows you to work on specific areas of your body which there might be a weakness in. And that is what these kind of players are doing. They're just looking for those little advantages. Yeah, sure, lifting heavy stuff off the ground, it could make you hit the ball further, but it's going to give you stability, it's going to give you longevity, and it's going to give you that extra few percent, which over the course of the year is going to bank you a few million more dollars.
Yeah, so it's not necessarily about lifting the heaviest of weights. It's about maybe making yourself a little bit more flexible, or like whether that's calisthenics. Is that the right word?
Calisthenics.
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 You know, like doing that sort of stuff.
It is more the aspect of having the range of motion, but adding strength and adding stability to that range of motion is important as well.
Yeah.
It's simply just It is all about those advantages. And this isn't just in golf. It's in every single sport. Every time somebody starts to perform at an elite level and they're doing things that other people aren't doing, their competitors will do that and catch up.
100%. Yeah.
If you think about the kind of Michael Jordan, Kobe Bryant situation, where it's those guys were the first guys there, they were the last guys to leave. They shot more shots than everyone else. They trained harder than everyone else, and they saw the results.
Yeah.
I think from my kind of year and a half, nearly 2 years playing golf now, I think the thing that I've struggled with the most is like core stability. And I didn't realize how much really your core is utilized in the golf swing.
Like balance, isn't it?
Sedentary lifestyle you're living.
Yeah. Pete has an ongoing joke that I never do anything. I live a sedentary lifestyle. I do. Yeah, it's the 27,000 steps I took yesterday.
You're right now, aren't you?
Yeah. I'm sorry. I do some jumping jacks.
Oh, dear.
Yeah, I do sit still quite a lot, but that's your fault because I have to edit all your flaming videos, you joker.
You're at a standing desk. You stand up.
No, I'm not standing at my desk. I'm tired.
Well, that was a wasted extra £100 at IKEA. Yeah, just got a normal one.
What are you working on? You went to the gym this morning before breakfast. Well done.
Yeah.
What are you working on in the gym with regards to golf? Golf.
Not a lot.
Not a lot.
Not a lot.
Just go in there and look at yourself in the mirror.
I'm just working on the swans, mate.
Oh yeah,
just working on them.
Working on the cannons. Which way's the first tee? That direction.
That way. Yeah. At the moment, I mean, yeah, I'm doing some stuff that will help in the golf swing, but it's more just like a general workout now.
Right. I'm not building more cushion on your buttocks for your cycle.
No, I got my bum is pretty beefy.
Prepared.
Yeah, it's got a muscly mass down there.
Okay,
I've got
ready to go.
Big fat ass that's going to like cushion the blows. Yeah, so a lot of it is like a little bit more aerobic stuff, a little bit more getting strength in the legs and endurance. Just repping up for it.
Love it.
It's going to be good. Good questions. Very good questions. Well done, everyone. Good questions.
Now on to the new season.
The new season of Guess the Player.
So you're going to have to explain this, by the way, mate.
Okay, so Guess the Player was always Kieran's thing. And I tried very hard to compete and couldn't do so because, admittedly, my golf knowledge is not quite up to the standard of these three guys who have been playing golf and watching golf for much longer than I have. So, well done for the first season.
What is Guess the Player?
I'm going to get there. Well done for the first season of Guess the Player. Peter Finch was the winner. Guess the Player is a game where would-be Kieran is now me. Embodies a golfer or describes a golfer, and the other three remaining contestants have to guess that player from the kind of increasing easiness clues and it's going to happen slightly differently this time around.
It's hard to explain, isn't it?
It is hard to explain.
Yeah.
You know
But
what I mean?
all the chip he was giving you.
It's about to get even harder because the game has actually changed even more. Right now, we are beginning season 2 of Guess the Player with a par 5. What that means is, over the course of the season, I'm just going to put my feet up on here because I'm very, very relaxed. Over the course of the season, you are going to play 18 holes of Guess the Player.
Okay.
Forgot to breathe. Easier ones will be par 3s. Harder ones will be par 5s. Today is a hard one, aka par 5. Right? I'm going to read out the clues. After each clue, you are going to write down who you think it is, but you're not going to tell anyone. So you're going to keep your answers secret from each other.
Okay.
When we get to the end, we will work out who got it the soonest. That person will win that hole. But you are going for a cumulative score over the course of the 18 holes.
Okay.
Right? So
So I'm not shouting it out.
you're not shouting it out at all.
I quite like. I kind of like that. I like
Okay.
that.
So if
clues?
So you get so if it's a par 5, they're going to be 5 clues.
There's technically 7 clues.
Okay, but
So we can double bogey.
So you can double bogey.
The worst you can get on a hole is a double.
Okay, that's all right. That's all
If you
right.
get it on the first, you get a hole in one.
okay.
I'd be bloody impressed if you get a par
And our
5 in one.
scores are essentially a golf score that will run over
Correct.
the 18
So
holes.
by the end, someone will win the 18 holes.
Imagine if someone shoots at 59.
So
That'd
you would say now it makes it even more accessible for those listening at home.
Correct.
So if you are not driving the car, you can also get a pen and paper and
You can.
and keep your score
because
and let us
you-
know how you're doing in the comments as well.
You can compete against us. As long as you are honest, you can compete.
Yeah. Keep
Okay.
your scorecard.
Keep your scorecard. Okay, so
Don't
hole
lose-
number
don't
1.
lose it.
This is a par 5.
Okay.
It's a dogleg right.
Good job I sliced it.
Right, it's into wind a little.
Well, that's not good for my ball.
It's a toughie. Are you ready for clue number 1?
Yeah, go on.
What are you hitting off the tee, by the way?
Driver.
Pete?
2-1.
Stinging it. Okay, clue number 1. And also, you can play along at home. An accomplished junior tennis player, this person won the Eastern Transvaal Junior Championships at age 13. They turned their full attention to golf at age 14 after also playing cricket, soccer, and rugby. A year later, aged 14 and playing off scratch, this person won the World Junior Golf Championship in San Diego, California. So you've had clue number 1. Write down who you think it is.
I love.
Do I know any golfers that played cricket when they were growing up?
And you got to listen very carefully as well. Very carefully.
And there's no like penalties for just writing down whoever.
No.
that-
No. There's no penalties. Ooh. And once you think you've got it, if you don't want to change your answer, you can just put a line and we'll know that you played that shot as well.
Right, okay.
I was saying to Jacob on the way back from breakfast, I was like, how do I get like water hazards and like bunkers into this game? And he was like, don't overcomplicate it. It's already difficult enough.
We don't need drops.
No, we don't. Okay, you've all played your
Do I
first.
get a mulligan somewhere?
Have we played your first shot?
Yeah,
Wonderful.
sure.
Shot number 2. Well, you all hit the fairway.
I think I've got very close to the green.
You think you've hit a good one?
I think I've hit a really good one.
Really close to the green. Right, so you've written down your first one. Here comes the second shot. In December 1998, this player received lifetime membership on the European Tour.
We also can't change our first answer.
You can't know, so you're on your second shot. You can now, if you think it's someone else based on that,
that's,
then you can put it down.
Okay.
Sorry, can you repeat that one again?
In December 1998, this player received lifetime membership on the European Tour.
1998.
I was 1.
You were 1 year old. Good Lord above.
I wasn't alive. I wasn't born.
You weren't born. No.
Pete's being very quiet over there.
He is.
Quite poncy.
Yeah, don't let anyone see your answers, remember.
So it should be noted on this that there are very, very few players who have ever received the
Lifetime
kind of
membership.
lifetime membership of a European
Correct.
Tour.
Yeah, well, you shouldn't have given that away.
No, there are like Doesn't matter. There are very few.
Yep.
Patrick Reed is one of them.
Yeah.
Go on, Big Pat.
Are you being serious?
Did he play cricket?
Yeah, it was a shocking decision.
Yeah. Genuinely.
Did he play cricket growing up? That's all I want to know.
Honestly,
How did he get that?
I don't know. Backhander somewhere. Ridiculous. Continue.
Has everyone got something for shot number 2?
Yeah.
Peter Finch is writing his down right now. Played shot 2? Yeah. How close to the green you reckon you got, Pete?
I don't know. I've hit a couple of wild shots so far. So
Yeah, your left and right.
yeah.
My tee shot that I thought was good is
you lost it.
is lost.
Yeah.
You took on the dog leg and it didn't get over the trees.
I've checked the hole and it's like
He was so wild that
yeah,
first time.
I've checked the hole and I'm like 200 yards back.
You're the kind of golfer who's just hit a shot and you're like, yeah, that'd be good. And the rest of the playing partners look at each other like,
Yeah,
that's
wow.
lost,
That's great.
mate. That's so not like.
I like to think that you drove.
not played here before.
I like to think
Yeah.
you drove past it in the rough, thinking it was. thinking it was
You've not played here before, mate.
Okay, shot number 3 should be up near the green at some point in the near future, right?
I hope so.
Okay.
Shot number 3. This person shot a career low round, which was a 60, 12 under par, in the 2004 Heineken Classic at Royal Melbourne.
Wow.
This person shot a career low round, 60, 12 under par, in the 2004 Heineken Classic at Royal Melbourne. You'll notice also that we are going through this chronologically.
2004.
I think I quite like my second shot.
Can I?
I can't hear you.
Can I? I've written down an answer. I want to change my answer.
No, you can't change your answer. That's the point. You're on your third shot.
Yeah, but like we haven't gone on to our fourth
Okay,
shot
yeah,
yet.
you can change. You can change your third shot.
I'm going to cross the person I've got.
That's your mulligan. Yeah.
I'm going to keep who I've got.
You're going to draw a line.
Yeah.
Wow, love that.
Might change. I think I've put it to about 30 foot.
You reckon?
Yeah.
You reckon you're 2-putting from there?
I'm hoping so.
Please don't any spelling. I've
Yeah, don't worry about spelling.
butchered the surname of this bloke.
Butchered it.
But Charman.
Absolutely butchered it.
I'll give you a free clue, right? If you butcher this, you're in trouble. Ready? Fourth shot. Should be right near the green.
Okay.
This person was inducted into the World Golf Hall of Fame in 2011. This person was inducted into the World Golf Hall of Fame in 2011.
I still quite like my answer. I don't really think it's going to change too much.
I told you this was a hard one as well. It's a par 5.
And that's what's concerning me though, because I feel like the person I've got is not that hard, but like to be a lifetime member of the European Tour and in the World Hall of Fame, that's got to be a pretty well-known golfer. Mm-hmm. I'm going to keep it.
What's his first name?
That's the only thing you need to know
What's
is his name.
first name, man?
That's kind
That's
of
the
the
game.
point.
That's it. That's the game.
No, I got it.
I'm literally just writing down 100 names here just to.
Yeah, mate, that's probably the way I should do it, shouldn't you? Just put a name down and.
I like this, mate. This is really good job. You?
Thank you, sir.
Good job.
Well, yeah, this game, bit good.
Yeah, but good. Right,
Yeah.
carry on.
Okay.
See what happens when you put a bit of time into it, bit of effort.
Exactly right.
This is your tap in, right? You should be tapping this in for par.
Jesus.
Understand?
Okay.
A noted South African with an interest in real estate, charitable causes, and hospitality. In 2019, this person also launched their own pet products business.
Bit of a curveball.
This is
pet product.
These are meant to be getting easier.
You can't just make stuff
Well,
up.
they
Pet
are getting
products.
easier.
What are you talking about?
They are getting easier.
Pet products.
Right, you're tapping it. Should be tapping this in for par. A noted South African. This person has an interest in real estate, charitable causes, and hospitality, and in 2019 launched their own set of pet products. a pet products business. It doesn't have their name on it, which would be that would be sick. So if you've not got it now, you're going to be over par for the hole.
Wow.
Mate, I think
I might as well just write 3 South African golfers down. And then just...
Well, there you go. That would be really
can't
helpful.
believe it. I got so like on cricket. I just went straight for English,
Right.
and now I've gone Ashes Australian, and now I have to go to South African.
They played cricket as a 13-year-old, you dingus.
Yeah, but like
The
I'm trying to
countries
think-
that play cricket.
Yeah, so he's not going to be
Well, South Africa play cricket.
Well, I understand that now.
Okay,
yeah,
good.
They're,
Right,
they're
good.
a big.
I told you it was a hard one. It's a par 5.
They're a big cricket.
You're not getting the name at the beginning. Okay, if you haven't got it now, you're going to be over par.
Okay.
Okay. Clue number 6 for 1 over. This player holds the record for the most consecutive cuts made, 82, on the European Tour from the 2000 Johnny Walker Classic to the 2007 Johnny Walker Classic.
Full
82,
circle.
82 consecutive cuts.
I mean,
If you're happy with your answer, just draw a line.
I don't see the point in that. You might as well just put a name down.
Yeah, but if you change your name,
That's your most recent guess.
that's your most recent guess.
Right. So if your most recent guess is wrong,
Yeah.
like what do you finish the hole on? Is that
You
automatic
finish,
double bogey?
you finish 2 over, yeah.
Right, okay.
You need to know it. Well, if you don't get it on this next one, you probably should. You deserve 2 over anyway.
All right, well, I'll keep it then.
You've done well.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, but so like, is it what has he got it?
So it is Nelly Corder.
Yeah.
So
Right.
he's got it. But if he say he got it on the second go and he's put other names, he still gets.
No, because he's changed his answer. If you change your answer, you don't get it.
It's like hitting a shot and then just getting another ball like back.
So if I've put someone for the second shot and it's right,
Yeah,
Yeah,
you're double
put someone,
bogey.
but then you put someone for the 7th shot and it's wrong, you get the double bogey. You have to have your final answer has to be that person.
Yeah, you have to get to the bottom of the list with the right name.
But if you just put that name again at the bottom, then that's your answer. You're double bogeying, mate. Final question, final clue.
This is the last clue. If you do not get this, then you're
His name is.
yeah. Yeah. So this legend has won 4 major titles and was the first man in history to shoot all 4 rounds in the 60s in an Open Championship, a feat he achieved at Royal St George's in 1993. He then did it again at Troon in 2004.
Just going to keep it. I'll assume that I've got a par.
literally, I've
You've lost your tee shot. You've gone back. You've hit another one. You've shanked it into the woods. You've misread the rules.
what if I don't get it?
Then you get double.
You get double.
The
bogey.
worst you can get is double bogey. You can be 2 over.
Mate, this is literally
Mate, you
like
always
one of your
start to it,
normal
yeah.
rounds. You just always start. Your first 4 holes are going to be shocking, and then you're going to
Back
bring
nine
it
player,
back.
yeah.
Okay, so by now you should have. You should have 7. You should have at least 5 names. Come on now. But you should have got to the bottom of your list now. So we'll now reveal who the player was. Jacob, who have you got as your final answer, and what shot did you get him on?
So my final answer's on the 5th shot for par.
For par,
I've got Ernie Els.
Kieran.
Gary player. I've literally buggered this up so much, so I've lost it. Yeah.
So you got Gary Player on your 7th shot.
Yeah, and it's so wrong, and that's right.
Yeah, I've got Ernie on.
That's
my
right.
Tap in putt as well.
It's a tap in for par. The answer is Ernie Els.
Yes.
Wow.
Man,
Good par. Good par,
Good
Jacob.
par, yes.
Good par,
I
Jacob.
started
Have you
on-
seen Kieran on this hole recently?
Where is he? He's walked in.
I started on Danny Willett, Colin Montgomery,
I had Colin second.
Yeah, you had
Colin,
Colin
yeah.
second.
Jeff Ogilvie because I went Australian,
Okay.
Mike Campbell,
It's from New Zealand, yeah.
Gary Player.
Oh God.
Oh, mate.
So Kieran's 2 over.
Absolutely.
is it, mate?
It's not easy.
Kieran's 2 over.
Oh man,
Jacob and Pete are both even.
I'm
I'm buzzing with that.
fuming on that.
I started with a par yesterday.
Yeah.
What are you laughing at?
So if
Gary
you've got
Player, Gary Player, Gary
I
Player.
literally had Ian Woozy
You
in
think
third
Ian
as well.
Woozy, yeah.
I had
Yeah.
Woozy third.
so well done if you also got Ernie Els. Comment below where you got up to and what shot you hit it in. If you got it in 1, 2, or 3, I'd be very
good.
impressed. I think your tap in was South African.
Yeah.
That helped a lot.
It helped a
Yeah,
lot.
that helped.
I don't
the
think I
fact
would have
that
got it without that.
Golf Hall of Fame and South Africa, that's your tap in.
Yeah.
So well done if you beat Pete and Jacob. I would be very, very impressed if you did.
Well,
Kieran,
well-
Kieran, you've got some
Yeah,
holes.
yeah.
You've got plenty of golf to be played.
Plenty
Wow.
of golf to be played.
Okay.
That was really good, mate. Well done.
Yeah, that was
so.
good.
Well done.
Quiz is very solid. I would expect by the next episode you will have the intro properly sorted.
Like a script written
Yeah,
out.
like a script written out.
Excellent.
Excellent.
This time we don't have to use buzzers.
No, there's
we've
no
got
buzzers. So we've retired the buzzers.
This is very true.
Buzzers
Do
are
you
retired.
want to do yours,
Get in the hole.
Pete?
I don't want to do it anymore. that part of our lives is over.
Yeah, I'll never get to do. Cool.
I mean, to be fair, I am still trying to get it in the hole. So
That's very true.
I honestly don't know when I'd have got that. I think I could have been on for an 8. And 9. So I'm very glad that it's 2 over.
was that going to be an uncomfortable?
Yeah, 'cause,
We've all tapped in, and you're just going back and forth, and we're like,
Oh, I know what that's like.
My
Don't worry about
head,
that.
my head was gone. So I honestly, I don't know if I would have got any else.
Is this going to be one of those awkward kind of 3 balls that me and Jacob have turned up? I'm like, oh, you fancy a game too? Yeah, cool. Oh, we've been paired up with this guy.
have you seen there's a single who signed on with us? Have you played with him before?
No, I'm not actually. First tee shot, whack. I think that's near the green. It's a 540-yard par 5, Kerr. It's good out of bounds. No, I think I'm good. Have you heard this play before? Gary Player. Model my game on him.
Yeah,
Love it.
well done, you two boys. I'm very, very impressed that you both tapped in for par.
Yeah, I'm happy with
Cool.
it.
Good. Yeah, I'm happy with that.
And I'm happy with that. We'll go for. Should we go for a par 3 next?
Mate,
It's
this is
all
your
you.
game.
It's all
But
you.
what's your ideal? Like if you've started out with a par 5,
Well, I think if you want to make this into like a par 72, so you're going to have to figure it out.
you're gonna have to knock out some par 4s at some point.
Well, I'll tell you what, because you've started with a par 5, if you search out like a famous
a course that starts with a 5,
with a par
yeah.
5, then we'll play. Whatever it's
LA
gonna be.
Country Club.
LA Country Club, yeah.
Is this first hole a par 5?
No, par 4.
No, par 4.
We'll switch. I want to model it after Dundonald, I think. So we'll switch it around.
Okay.
We'll get it.
But we can't.
We'll get
You
it.
can't now.
Yeah.
Have we
You
started on the back?
It's par 4 as
Still a
well.
par 4.
Damn it, okay.
A very long par 4.
Should have thought about this a
Nah.
bit further ahead.
You started now.
The first and 10th basically play as a par 5 for me. So
Famous courses that start with a par 5. Go.
Does Pebble start par 5?
No. Horrible little par 4.
TPC Sawgrass?
Can't picture that first hole. Never played there before. Yeah, LA Country Club, that started with a par 5.
Riviera
Oh, it
starts
did.
with a par 5.
It did.
There's a lot.
There's a
Maybe
lot.
it's just all the
I'm
LA
actually-
courses
I'm
start with
trying
a
to
par
think
5.
of
That
No.
course designer whose name's completely his one of his things is he starts with a par 5.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
easy par 5,
Easy.
hard par 4.
Yeah.
That's his thing.
Who's the course designer? Mick Rorick? Yeah. Is it?
Yeah. There's
Yeah.
actually going to be a really. It's our own course.
Yeah,
Don't
sure,
worry, I'm not
mate,
modeling. I'm
you're-
not going anywhere. I'm not modeling after anything. It's going to be the Rough Cut Open,
Okay, I like it.
hosted at Rough Cut Country
The
Club.
Rough Cut Country Club.
Very good.
Ah,
How
dear.
long is this one, by the way? Oh, wow.
Babbling
It's
on
a meaty
forever.
boy. So
Fair
should we keep
play,
going
mate.
and see if we can get to 2 hours?
No.
Actually, no. Let's not.
Nope.
Right.
I got to finish my edit.
Just want to say a huge thank you for listening and for joining us here on the west coast of Scotland. It's been a delightful podcast. It's been good to reminisce. It's been good to find things out about my team, which I didn't know about. And there will be some swift repercussions happening for the antics which have gone on behind one's back. I just want to say huge thank you to everyone for joining in. Thank you to Jacob, thank you to Kieran, thank you to Mick. And if you haven't already subscribed to the YouTube channel, please make sure you do that now. If you're watching, if you're listening, go over, subscribe. If you are watching and you're not following us on podcast, go listen to that as well. Take us with you, with your phone, wherever you want to go. Guys, huge thank you. See you next time.
See you later. Bye.
See you later.